Jonah was not a coward in the ordinary sense. He was not running from danger, nor from pain, nor even from death. He was running from mercy. For the word of the Lord had come to him, commanding him to go to Nineveh, that great and violent city, and cry out against it. But Jonah knew something dreadful, something almost unbearable to a wounded heart, that God might forgive them. And so he fled. He went down to the port, down into a ship, down beneath the deck, as though a man could descend far enough to escape the voice that made the sea and the dry land. But the sea is his also, and the wind obeys him. So the Lord hurled a great storm upon the waters, and the ship groaned like a living thing under judgment. Sailors cried out to their gods, cast cargo into the deep, and trembled before the chaos, while Jonah slept in the dark below, like a man already half buried. But even sleep could not hide him. The lot was cast, and it fell upon Jonah. Then the truth stood naked before them all. This storm had his name written in it. He told them who he was. He told them he fled from the Lord, the God of heaven, who made the sea and the land, and the men were seized with fear. The waves rose higher. The sky darkened. Judgment closed in. So Jonah gave them the only answer left: cast me into the sea. And when they did, the waters swallowed him whole, and the storm fell silent. Down he sank into the black deep, beneath foam and light, beneath the reach of men, beneath the last breath of escape. It should have ended there, but the Lord had prepared a great fish, not merely to punish, but to preserve, not merely to consume, but to contain. Jonah entered a living tomb, a chamber of darkness, a prison of flesh and silence where no distraction remained, no path of escape, no human voice, no horizon, no pride left standing. There, in the belly of death, Jonah discovered what all fleeing men must learn, that there is no depth where God is absent. From the pit he cried out, from the weeds wrapped round his head, and the memory of drowning still clinging to his soul, he prayed. And the God he could not outrun was still the God who heard him. Then, the beast that had held him became the instrument of his release, and Jonah was cast upon the shore like a man born a second time, broken, humbled, and returned from the edge of oblivion. Again the word of the Lord came to him, "Arise, go to Nineveh." And this time he went. Through the vast city he walked, through its noise, its pride, its cruelty, its towering indifference, and he proclaimed that judgment was near. Yet what happened next was stranger still. The city listened. The king descended from his throne. Robes were cast aside. Ashes were taken up. Even Nineveh, that brutal city, bowed low in repentance. And when God saw it, he relented from the disaster he had declared. But Jonah was not filled with joy. He burned with anger. The man who had survived the sea could not endure grace. He sat outside the city beneath the hard sky, bitter that mercy had been given to those he wanted ruined. And there the Lord exposed him. A plant rose and shaded him, and Jonah was glad for it. Then a worm struck it. The east wind beat upon him, and his comfort withered in a day. And God asked him, what kind of heart grieves more for a dying plant than for a city full of living souls? That is the wound at the center of Jonah. Not merely that a man ran from God, but that he would rather see the world burn than watch his enemies be forgiven. And so the story stands as a mirror to every hard and secret place within us. For sometimes, the deepest rebellion is not lawlessness, but resentment. Sometimes the darkest abyss is not the sea, but the human heart that cannot bear the thought of mercy reaching someone it hates. Jonah fled from a God too compassionate for his liking, and found that even judgment itself was not the end of the matter. For beyond the storm, beyond the deep, beyond the belly of death, there remained the terrible, humbling truth that no man can outrun the mercy of God.